Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome back to Eldritch Horror Nephren-Ka Turn 10. Okay, where is everyone? So our first player is going to be Joe, and Joe is over here. He is at the Bent Pyramid. Our next player is Monterey Jack, and he's all the way over here in Arkham. Then it will be Mandy Thompson, and Mandy is in Alexandria, and she will be followed by Tyan, who is in the Sahara Desert. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's move on to the action phase. And here we are with Joe at the Bent Pyramid. Now, he's not going to move anywhere because he wants to encounter the Eldritch token on the Bent Pyramid. So, first thing he's going to do is he's going to grab himself a focus. So, for an all-important re-roll, he's got a very important encounter phase coming up. Then, he may as well do the old journal. So, action, test observation. If you pass, you discover information that may prove useful to your cause, and flip this card. Right, so his observation is 4. Does he get any bonuses? I suppose we'd better check. I think he does. He gets bonuses from the Book of the Dead, which is +2 observation. So he gets 6 blessed dice. And we get 1, 2, 4 successes, more than enough. Let's see what goodies are on the other side of the old journal. Old journal. You find a coded message scrawled in the margins, and that's your coded message. As you decipher the code, you learn of a prophesied future. Advance the active mystery by 1, then discard this card. Oh. When things start going, it's like the other way when things start going against you, isn't it? And everything just piles in. When things start going for you, you just get onto a snowball of luck, don't you? So, there we go. We've already got this. We've already got 1 towards it. We only need 1 more, and we've managed that. We've managed that in the action phase with the old journal. Let's discard it. It's a unique asset, that's it, goes in there. Right, so that's a good start. Unfortunately, he can't move now because otherwise we could have, if I'd done the old journal first, he could have moved and tried to do something. Oh, he can move. He can move. Local paths, free movement. See what I mean about things going for you. Where shall he go? It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Let's go to Cairo. So he's going to go to Cairo, so he's going to get another chance. So he might get both of these, and nobody else have to bother. Right, so that's Joe. Let's get across to Arkham and Monterey Jack. And here we are with Monterey Jack. Very similar to Joe, he's going to get himself a focus token for a reroll. So, and then he's got 1 action left, and he's going to use that to try and cast Plumb the Void. We want to get him back. So, we've got test law -1. If you pass, an investigator of your choice may move to any space. So even if we didn't get that bit of local path luck with Joe Diamond, say he'd been somewhere else, we could have used Plumb the Void to move him to the next Eldritch token anyway. But as it is, let's get Monty to move himself. So his law is 3, so he's going to get 2 dice. Oh, does he get any additions? He is on a... Yeah, he is on a city space, so the urban guide. So we get an additional. We get an additional through that. Is there anything else? Nothing else, but he does get an additional dice, so he does get 3 dice because of the urban guide. And he gets 1 success. So let's flip where they put it. There it is. Let's flip it over. 1 success. You remember that a swirling passage to an unknown world opened up before you, but do you travel through it? If you did, blah 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 blah. Discard this card unless you gain an amnesia condition. He can't gain an amnesia condition anymore because he's already got one. So we'll have to discard the card, but we have passed, and hopefully this is the last turn anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we'll discard that, and we will move him. So let's move him to, we'll move him to Cairo. We'll move him to Cairo with Joe, just in case Joe doesn't manage to get the Eldritch token that's there, which isn't very likely. Okay, next up is Mandy Thompson, and here's Mandy at Alexandria. Right, first thing she's going to do is pretty much what everybody else has done, and she's going to gain herself a focus for a reroll. Don't think there's anything else she can really do. It's not worth casting a spell or anything. So what she can do is rest. So she'll rest and she gets 1 stamina back. I don't think she's got a component action. She could have drawn 2 clues from the clue pool and spawned one, but why bother? So there she's at Alexandria, and that is the end of her action phase. The next action phase is Min, and Min's there at the Sahara Desert. What's she going to do? Well, first of all, going to get herself a focus for a reroll, and then she's going to do a travel action. She's going to travel along this uncharted path, and she's going to go to Alexandria. The reason I've done that, I was going to put them to all separate ones if you remember, but as George and a few others pointed out, Min gets +1 if she's with somebody at the same location, and additionally Mandy Thompson will get +1 because she is with Min. So let's maximise our chances. Right, so that's the end of the action phase. Let's get on to the encounter phase. And here we are, slight repositioning, but it's Joe, and hopefully this should be all over pretty much now. So what he's going to do is he's going to do the mystery, which means we have to do a special encounter for this Eldritch token. We use the special encounters deck, which is here, for Nephren-Ka, and we need one for the Black Wind. That's the Dark Pharaoh, no good. Black Wind, right. The once tranquil Nile churns and seethes, turgid waters whipped into a frenzy by the wicked wind. A low rumble can be heard in the distance as the water rises and the banks begin to flood. You plead with a priest of Sobek to call upon his god to calm the raging river. That is a influence test. His influence is pretty good, I think. Yeah, it's got an influence of 4. And does he get any additions? Bear with me while I go through his 300 cards. I don't think he does actually. Not for influence. So it's just a straight 4. Well, he's got 1 success anyway. Just the 1 success, but it's good enough. So we move on to the pass condition. As the flood rises to your knees, a gigantic crocodile emerges from the opposite bank. It opens its maw to roar, and the turbulent waters subside. You begin a ritual to banish the Black Wind before it can cause more harm. Test law. That is brilliant. He's got a law of 4. He's got the Book of the Dead, which I think gives him +2. Does it not? No, it doesn't. Ah! I must have additional law though somewhere. Must have. Will. Oh, that's only from resolving the spell effect. No, I don't actually. No, we're down at 4. but he gets 2 6s. Surely this is the game. If you pass, place this Eldritch token on the active mystery. Woohoo! That's our second Eldritch token. That's the only one we needed. But I do think it's the end of the Mythos phase, isn't it? Yeah, end of the Mythos phase, so we've got to carry on. Just in case. But Joe pretty much won the game on his own, to be honest. Though, mind you, no. He wouldn't have got as good as he was without Harvey Walters buffing him up at the beginning. Right, so that's Joe. Next, we have Monterey Jack. Well, he can't encounter the Eldritch token anyway anymore because it's not there. So what he's going to do is, should he have a Cairo encounter or just a city encounter? Let's have a Cairo encounter. I don't think it's going to matter. So, Cairo. Ahmed Chashavi oversees the storage of arcane objects at the Mosque of Ibn Tulun. You try to convince him to help you. That is an influence test. He's an influence of 2. But he's on a city space, so he gets an extra die. So that's 3. Yep, he gets 3 dice. And he gets a pass, a 6. They all roll into place, don't they, when you've got it won. If you pass, he grants you a gift. Gain 1 relic unique asset. Woohoo! 1 relic unique asset. Does he get any extras? No. Relic unique asset. Excuse me, Mandy. Right. So he gets a stone calendar. Very nice indeed. Put that with the rest. Don't think he's going to get much chance to use it. But there we go. So he's got a relic unique asset, and that's it for him. Next up is Mandy. So she may as well have a Alexandria encounter. She doesn't need the Eldritch token. Alexandria. You find a rare book with a curse inscribed on its cover. Gain 1 random tome asset from the deck. Woohoo! Yeah, it's just an asset, isn't it? So, and we've got to get it from the deck, so it's not the reserve. Service. Holy Spear. Puzzle box. Blunderbuss. Astronomy. Item tome. Is this it? Yeah. When you close the gate during another world encounter, recover 1 sanity and gain 1 clue. Woohoo! Over here with a magnifying glass. Let's read the rest of the card. Oh, Alexandria. You ask for access to the Greco-Roman Museum to find help. Influence -1. I think her influence is 3. -1. 2 dice. A 5. We're just rolling everything now. I think the game's given in. No, I keep reading Carol. Don't. If you pass, you learn a great deal. Improve law. Fabulous. Right, so improve law. She now goes up to... Oh, she already had a law. She goes up to 5. I'll flick it over on the +2. She already had a law token. Right, she's gone up to 5. Great stuff. Mintai fan. I'm wondering, should she do that Eldritch? There's nothing that'll take an Eldritch token off a mystery, is there? I don't think there is. And that advanced the mystery by one was fine. So yeah, she'll do an Alexandria. The police ask for your help with a series of cult-related murders. Test observation. Ooh. Her observation is 3. You know what I forgot with Mandy Thompson? She should have got an extra die, I think, because she was with Mintai Fan. Oh no, should have got an extra die because you get +1 to all skills. So, my bad. But I'll remember it for Min. Min's got an observation test which is 3. She gets +1 because she's with Mandy Thompson. So that'll be 4 dice. 2, 3, 4. And she gets 1 success. But that is enough. If you pass, you lead them to the Black Brotherhood's lair and their occult library. Improve law. So she gets more law. I think that puts her up to 4, I think. It does. Coolness. Right, so that's it for the encounter phase. Next up, it's the laugh and chuckle phase. And here we are back at the main board and the Egypt board. Let's find out what our final Mythos card is. Well, it wasn't another rumour, but we have got a reckoning just to like drag it out. So we've got Omen movement. We move to a blue constellation. We don't have a blue constellation gate, so that's fine. We've only got Sydney, which is a red sunburst. Now we've got reckonings. So let's chant the mantra. First of all, we're looking for monsters. We haven't got any. Then it's the ancient one, so everybody moves 1 space towards the bent pyramid, which means everybody comes together here at the pyramids, which would be very fitting. In the shadow of the pyramids, they all join, they all get together and avoid losing a sanity. After the ancient one, it is Mythos cards. We do have one. We have the rumour of Panama. We've got to advance the Omen by 1. So we move it down here. It goes to a red sunburst. So the doom goes down to 5. But that's okay. What's next? For ongoing Mythos cards, it's possessions and conditions. So first of all, we have Joe is our first player. There's Father Maluzzo, Bless, 2 spells, and that's it. So he's going to do his 2 spells first, and then he's going to do his Bless condition, and then he's going to do Father Maluzzo. Doesn't really matter, we've got it in the bag, but just in case something really crazy happens, which isn't going to happen, but let's do it right. Astral travel, it is test law. Now, would be 4, but because everybody's moved and are together, they're all at the pyramids, remember, he'll get a +1 from Mintai Fan. So he gets 5. And he gets 2 successes. Let's flip the card. Evading pursuit, da 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 da. Doesn't apply, but he does keep his spell. Next up is Azure Flame. Exactly the same, 5 dice. He gets 3 successes this time. Flip it over. Like a bolt through the sky, the flames pierce the foul beast. Discard the nearest monster with toughness 3 or less. Well, we don't have a monster, but we keep the card. Right, next he's got a roll for his blessing. So it's just a single die. 2, he loses his blessing. But Father Maluzzo got to roll a normal die. 4, 5 or 6, he gets it back. And he gets it back again, like he has done all the way through the game. Somebody did mention in the comments, I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, and they said how what a card Father Maluzzo is, and indeed he is. He's one of the reasons why we've won this game. So cut it and righteous, blessed, so that goes back onto Joe's player area. Excellent. Right, so that's Joe sorted out. Father Maluzzo. He goes back. Next, it is Monterey Jack. He's got his amnesia, his stone calendar, his mysterious idol, and that's it. Let's do amnesia last. So, stone calendar. The alignment of the stars is right. Flip this card. As the stars align, the calendar begins to glow, projecting arcane runes into the air. Decrypting the runes without the proper cipher requires intense mental concentration. Spend 1 clue or test will -2. Well, he's got a clue. So, not going to need it for anything else, I don't think. So, spends his clue. Let's discard that. If you pass or spend the clue, you are able to crack the code and speak the arcane words. Improve one skill of your choice, then flip this card. Cool. So, give him the card back. And we'll improve his law. So that goes up to +2. So he's at 4 now. Mysterious idol. Reckoning, the idol reveals its true purpose to you. Flip this card. The idol begins to glow as you lift it from your bag. Its surface flares white hot. In that moment, the pain is nearly too much for you to bear. If you pass, you grip the idol. Oh, test strength. So 4 dice, 5 dice because of min. And he gets 1 pass. If you pass, you grip the idol tightly and the heat fades along with your past pains. Recover 1 health, discard 1 injury or illness condition. Unfortunately, amnesia is a madness condition. So, and he can't gain any more health. But it's always a good idea to do these first before any condition. As you can see, if we could have discarded a madness condition, we wouldn't have had to have rolled on the amnesia. But we keep the mysterious idol for the short time remaining in the game, and now we're on amnesia. Test will. Right, his will is 2, I think. Is it? His will is indeed 2. So I should have increased his will really to give him a better chance, but we are going to get an extra die because of min. So 3 dice. And he gets a 6 again. Always put your 6s back in on your rolls. We didn't fail, so we don't flip the card. So that goes over here. Next is Mandy. She has her markings of Isis. So we've got to test law -1. The law is now 5. If you remember, we got a plus law just a bit ago. And -1 is 4, but Minnie's with us, so it's back up to 5. So we get 5 dice. Keep that 6. Three 6s. Woohoo! Rolling like a demon now. Put that back on Bombay. 3+, you have proven yourself to the goddess Isis. If you do not have a boon condition, gain 1 boon condition. Well, let's follow it all through. It doesn't really matter, but let's do it right. So here are the boons. Cut. And we get, she's righteous. When you perform a focus action or a rest action, gain 1 focus or recover 1 sanity. Cool. Nice gift from the goddess Isis to Mandy. That's it for Mandy. And then we've got Min, and all Min has is she has her diseased condition, which is an illness. She's got a test strength -1, but she does get +1 because she's got other people with her, so I think she also gets the bonus. Yeah, you and other investigators on your space each gain +1 to all skills. So her strength skill goes up to 3, -1 is she gets 2 dice, and we'll pick these 2 6s, thank you very much. Haha, we get another 6. Of course we do, because we're like laughing. We didn't fail, so that's fine. She's still got a jaundice. Okay, so that is all the possessions and conditions done on the reckoning. Let's carry on. We get a gate. Gate is Shanghai. Another red sunburst. How many red sunbursts have we had? Right. Okay. Set this up for the time being. It's a bit annoying, this end of the Mythos phase thing, because we've got to go through all this even though we've got the game in the bag. But you can get some nasty Mythos cards that can actually snatch victory away. I'm especially thinking of the first one we got in this game, which says you've got to, I think it was this one, whereby you've got to put the mystery back. So it puts you back by 1 whole mystery. So what a pig that is to get. I can really understand why people get annoyed about it. Shanghai. So that's here. And of course we get a monster. What do we get? A cultist. Well, you're not going to last long, mate. Let's get a stand for you. So we've got a cultist at Shanghai who doesn't realise that it's all over. And that's it for the gate. Let's have a look. Now that you know what to look for, you see them all around you. A man pretending to be asleep on the bench. The woman watching you in the reflection of a tobacconist shop. The trio who have been following you since you left the station. They've been tracking your every move. Eyes everywhere. Tentacles. But what the hell? Event. Each investigator rolls 1 die and resolves the matching effect. Oh, it is a nasty one, this. I'm glad we've already won the game. It's only a single die, isn't it? So we start with Joe. We don't get the extra die from Min on this. It's not like a normal test. So we just roll the 1 die. He gets a 6. What's he get? No effect. As if it was going to touch Joe. Next it is Monty. He gets a 4. A monster ambushes in. Oh. It's just dragging it out now to be boring. Right. Monster ambush is... Oh. It's a cultist. Right. So, may as well put it straight back in the bag. That's where it's going anyway. Cultist. So, he's got a will check. Normal will check. His will is 2, but it's +1 with Min. That's 3 dice. In fact, oh, actually, he might have some more. Yeah, it gets +2 will from the sword of Yahatala. So those 3 are failed, but he does get another 2 from the sword of Yahatala. The +1 from Min comes from his will going up 1. Oh no, he can't use that, can he? If he's using the sword of Yahatala, he can't use the +1 from Min, so he only gets 1 dice. So it's 2 will +2 from the sword. And he fails, so he loses a sanity. Goes down to 2. Actually, before he does... No, he can afford to lose it, sod it. Right, and next he's got to test law. Law -1. His law is now 4. -1, he's got 3 dice. 2 6s. He only needed 1 success. He's killed it. That is the ambush done for Monty. Next up is Mandy. Mandy's got to roll a single die. She's righteous. No, that doesn't affect anything. So, a 2. That's not good, is it? They are assaulted and lose 2 health and 2 sanity. Oof. So she's down to 3 health and 5 sanity. Sort that out. Nasty. And last of all, won't use that, we'll use one of these 6s. We've got Min. And she gets a 4. I think that's a monster ambush. It is. So she's ambushed by a monster. Let's see what monster she's going to get. A ghoul. So she's got a will +1, +2 really, because she's with all the mates. So will is 2, +1 is 3, +1 because she's with other companions is 4 dice. Don't think she's got any other pluses. Nope. And she gets a pass, which is all she needed. She doesn't lose any sanity. And now she's got a strength test. Strength 2, +1 for being with everybody else is 3. So she gets 3 dice, and she has got a focus just in case. And she gets a pass. She needed 2 to avoid losing, so we'll re-roll 1 using a focus, just so we avoid losing a stamina, or try to avoid losing a stamina. Unlucky. So she loses a stamina, goes down to 4 stamina, but she did get rid of the ghoul and kill it. And that is it for this Mythos card. Plonk that away. It's the end of the Mythos phase. So let's have a look at the mystery. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to half investigators, solve the mystery. 2 Eldritch tokens, courtesy of Joe Diamond. This mystery is solved. Put it up there. Let's check the Ancient One sheet, where it is in black and white. When 3 mysteries have been solved, the investigators win the game. I thank you. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Whew. So we won. Brilliant stuff. I won't do a normal turn review. We may as well just... it's been long enough. Even the last turn went down, dragged on. Yes, we won. We did very well. Some of the things which helps us win is, 1, all the help from you guys, especially the pointing out about, you know, taking that agreement on that Mythos card. We got a load of stuff out of the reserve. Okay, I mean, Hank and Harvey went bonkers, but even then we managed to knock the Doom back on one of those. So that went really well. The other thing, which I thought was really bad at first, if you remember, right back at the Mythos phase, the first one, when we had to sort of shuffle the whole deck, we burned through 2 Mythos cards, which I thought, oh no, you know, we haven't got enough time as it is with the Doom track of 12, and we've got rid of 2 Mythos cards straight off the bat. But then, part of it was we had to shuffle the Mythos deck, and we got lucky because all those rumours, the first 2 rumours that should have been in the first 4 cards, went right near the back of the deck. In fact, let's see where the last rumour ended up. So that'd have been it, wouldn't it? So next, so again, we'd have got a reckoning, then we'd have got another reckoning. It's going to be the last card, isn't it? No, next to last card was the next rumour. We'd have got this in the first 4, along with that one, the, what is it, stars aligned one, fractured reality. Mind you, saying that, it's a nice little, you can tell if it's got the little ice crystals on it, it's not too bad actually. So that wasn't too bad, and we finished off with a nice tentacle card. Ooh, that's nasty. Each investigator impairs his highest skill. Then each investigator impairs his highest skill. Finally, each investigator impairs. So you're taking 3. You'd have been impairing 3 skills, or the same skill 3 times. Oh, nasty one. Right. Okay. So that helps us out. The whole idea, I think, with Cthulhu and Nephren-Ka, with them having the short 12 Doom track, is stick some rumours in early. You've got to solve the rumours, and you can't get on with the mysteries, which means, you know, it really backs you up. But the way it worked out for us, we were able to stick them rumours to the back, and we got away with it. It gave us a lot more time. I think we'd have been in real trouble with them rumours right at the beginning. It took us 7, what was it, 7 turns to finish the first mystery, because we had to get 4 clues on it. After that, it was easy, because we had an epic monster, and by that time, Jim Diamond, where are you a singer? Joe Diamond, the private eye, he was tooled up to the max, so he just destroyed that epic monster. And then to have the last one, the Black Wind one, was, you know, we only had to get 2 Eldritch tokens, and everybody could move there. We had everybody pretty much on the Egypt sideboard anyway, and, you know, Joe was there, and Joe's been blessed virtually all game. That was another thing, I did mention that early on. Harvey, like, maxing out Joe the way he did really helped. So even though Harvey ended up, like, going nuts and joining the other side, all those increases in his skills, they were just amazing. And then that trade from Monterey of Father Maluzzo to Joe, well, saved our bacon at least 3 or 4 times. Did it even there in the last turn. He was able to get his blessing back. It didn't even matter then, but Father Maluzzo was very, very strong. Okay, right, so that's the end of the game. That's the end of Eldritch Horror, Nephren-Ka. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed playing it. I really think it's a good expansion. I think next time I'll do Mountains of Madness. I sort of like flipped to this one because it was the brand new one, but I'll do Mountains of Madness. Just to say to Anthony, Logan, George, I'll think, you know, we'll do that thing that we discussed about having, you know, sort of 4-player game over the net, but I won't be doing it right now. I've got a few more games that I've really got to get playing, so I'll either be doing Roombound, Zombicide, or Mage Knight, or even Shadows of Brimstone, Caverns of Cinder, or Touch of Evil. I've also got Mansions of Madness and Descent that I want to get on the table, so I'll probably run through a few of those before we do another Eldritch. So, but I haven't forgotten, it was just to let you know. Okay everyone, thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for all your subscriptions, for all the support, for all the views and the comments and the tips and the rules discussions. As always, they have been extremely useful, and I'm extremely thankful for them all. Thank you. I hope you join me next time for whatever my next playthrough is going to be. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.